What's up, everybody? It's Dana, your favorite farmer, and I am here wearing my fabulous shirt again because I ran out of clean shirts again. You guys, send me shirts. Please. I need t-shirts. Okay? And I need jewelry. I need Rolex watches. Okay? Serious. Okay. Do you want me to show you how to increase your sales productivity without growing pains? Or should I feed this to my goats and should I leave you alone? You see that? Somebody needs to send me a watch. I'm not kidding you. Okay? This is not cool. I lost my tan. I lost my watch tan. Okay? I still have my farmer's tan. You don't gotta worry about that. But I lost my watch tan. I'm not happy. Okay? What's happening? Alright, here's how. This is not fun. I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, oh, everything's fun. Everything's awesome. No, there's stuff in business that sucks as you grow. And then you get growing pains. I had really bad growing pains when I was a kid. No, I'm just kidding. In my business, though, I really did. I scaling from 7 to 8 figures. Okay, so going from 5 to 6 was pretty cool, pretty easy. 6 to 7, kind of hard, but still oh man, I got this. And then 7 to 8 is oh man, yo, this goat farm. That's going from 1 to 4 goats, pretty easy. And then I went from 4 to 30, and I'm like, whoa, I need some help, right? So there's 2 things you need to do when you're if you want to increase your sales productivity without growing pains. Okay, don't be like me. Don't go from 1 to 30 goats. Go 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 18. Okay. So first of all, you have to measure. You have to measure everything. What doesn't? Okay. Whoever said that, I don't remember who said this, but they're smart. They said, what gets measured, I just had a stroke. Wow. What gets measured gets done. Okay? So what you need to do is you need to measure everything. So if you have people on your team already as salespeople, what I would highly suggest, if you don't or do, make sure you bring on as many commission salespeople as possible, and make sure they're not shitheads. Okay? So when you bring them on, because commission only is nice because it's very low risk. The main risk you have, there's 2 items of risk you have with commission only salespeople. Number 1 is your time in training them. So if you have built out your training in a system, so standard operating procedures, SOPs, then the time commitment for you to train people is vastly reduced. You probably, hopefully, know that. If you don't, make sure you're creating SOP videos to train your salespeople, because that's going to keep you as productive as possible and limit your time risk on the new people you bring in. The second bit of risk that a commission-only salesperson brings to you is their access to your assets, right? So specifically, their access to your customers. And we live in a day and age now where it's pretty much impossible to keep somebody from having access to someone. So for example, if they build up a rapport with somebody, they might add them on Facebook, and then they might have their phone number in their phone and all this. They might meet them, right? And then let's say your salesperson gets fired or they quit or something happens. You can't really stop them from continuing to have a relationship. You can probably you can stop them from competing with you directly or whatever, but so that's the other risk. But everything else is great. Okay, so make sure you're measuring them and you're testing them. Okay, especially specifically against each other. That's the fun. And then number 2, you got to have systems. Okay, if you don't have good systems, just don't even do it. Don't try to get to 10 figure. Don't try to get to 8 figures if you don't have good systems in place. You will crash and burn, and it's not a pretty sight. So as far as systems go, it could be as rudimentary as having a spreadsheet that all your customer data goes into. Let's say you're the salesman right now in your business. That's okay. I'm still a salesman. I'll probably always be a salesman. I like it, right? I have others that do it too, but it's cool because I'm in there too, just in the trenches, just like they are. And it's fun. Your system needs to be in place for everybody. Because if there's not a system, then people will make a system and they will suck at it. Okay, so system can be as simple as SOP videos. So you're basically, anytime you do something for your sales, like selling, you just like create a video, like a how-to video for them, right? And then when you type up a script or you use a phone script or something to sell, you give them that script, okay, right? And then this is like the really simple, like 101 approach. And then you track everything, all your customer interaction, all the notes, everything on a spreadsheet. And then they have access to that. So they're doing the same thing you are, but you could spread out the leads so that it's not just, one person has all of them. Like, you could divide them up, and then they can use the system, and then it grows, right? No growing pains. Ta-da! Cool stuff, right? So make sure you're measuring. If you're not measuring, measure yourself too, so you have a baseline, okay? Because you're not going to grow your business where you want it to be without help, specifically without a sales team at some point, okay? So that's what I got for you. Love you guys. Make sure you tag someone that needs to see this. Comment, share, like, subscribe. Don't click out of here without doing all of that. My finger's starting to hurt. Okay. Love you guys. Till the next one.